All right. I want to know, since you've been home, working the beaten path with your constituents, two names, Trump and Sanders. And I'm not looking for a shot at Hillary, but this is Bernie Sanders saying he rejects the comparison between the two.
No, I don't accept that for one moment. We are not engaged here in demagoguery. We're not engaged in racist attacks, outrageous attacks against Mexicans. What we are trying to do is talk about the reality facing the American people and come up with real concrete solutions.
So how does Bernie Sanders play in Ohio, Congressman?
Well, I think he's raising a lot of the issues, that Ohioans care about. There's absolutely no question. I sponsored a pension reform bill with Bernie Sanders. Now I'm 100% with Hillary Clinton. I supported and was at a press conference with Bernie Sanders maybe a month or 6 weeks ago in Washington, D.C. on a pension issue for people who were devastated by the pension reform bill that passed several years ago. I agree with Bernie on almost everything that he supports. And he has been able, I think, to capture that economic anxiety that people are feeling.
How does Trump play? You go home and are people talking about Trump? Are they fascinated by him? Is this a sideshow? What is it?
Well, they're talking about him now like they were talking about him before when he had the TV show saying you're fired. I mean, it's the same kind of thing. But I think a lot of people think that he's not wearing well. It's fun in the summer. Here we are having this conversation about Donald Trump. He said this, he said that. But the reality of it is, you start throwing people out of your press conferences and you kind of talking demeaning. I mean, people in Ohio, Democrat, Republican, I think, are fairly Midwestern and respectful.
Yeah.
And he just, that kind of stuff just doesn't play. It plays to a certain element, of course. But at the end of the day, it is a little bit more entertainment. But I don't think, as we move into the fall, I think, he's going to, he may do well in the Republican primary, but he's going to turn off more and more voters who just want that kind. What's he going to? I mean, everyone wants people want the tone to change in Washington. Ed, do you think he's going to change the tone? Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to put on football helmets if he becomes president of the United States.